Hi, so for my AI tool, I chose Curipod. Curipod is an AI tool that helps to create lessons that students can interact with, and it's for grades K to 12. So just some ways teachers can use it is for making lessons, regions prep, any kind of test prep, really skill practice, and just interactiveness for students. So all you have to do when signing in is you put your email and then what school you're working at. So I chose a New York State school, and then I chose third grade, and then you can also choose the subject. So I just chose ELA, which is why it's giving us Regents test prep. But it also is really cool. It gives you like quick writes, vocab practice, mini lessons, stuff like that. And you just type in a topic. So as you can see, when you click my lessons, it shows the lessons you made. For this one, I just put in the topic of New York Islanders, and I made it for a constructed response questions. So basically, on the slides, it kind of gives a little overview of what's going to be happening, and then it gives passages and questions, and then little turns and talks. I really like about this is that there's a classroom simulator, so it shows the student screen and then what the classroom screen looks like. So the first thing students do is they just have to either enter the PIN or scan the QR code. Once they do that, they just enter their name. And another thing I really like about this is that their name pops up anonymously so that there's no embarrassment if someone gets a question wrong. Then the teachers just have to press ready, and on the classroom screen you will see the slideshow pop up. So they just keep clicking the arrow. This is one of the passages that it provided, and then based off that passage there's going to be a question to ask the students. So then the student just has to click on what they think is right, and then once that happens, a poll will pop up on who chose what, and then the next slide is the correct answer with the turn and talk. Another thing that they have on Curipod is My Reports, which shows analytics and reports of your students' answers once a whole Curipod is done. And then for your school usage, it shows how many teachers and lessons have been created. So some pros about Curipod is that it's super engaging for students. It's not just a student staring at a screen, they actually get to interact with it. It allows teachers to make lessons really quickly. I made my lesson in under a minute. And you can edit or change material. So if there's something wrong or something you don't like, you're able to really easily edit it out. So some cons is that it can be hard for younger kids to use, especially kindergarten and first graders, and it can be hard to lean on tech, especially in schools with Wi-Fi problems, but as long as you have a backup plan, it'll be okay. And then the content may not always be correct, but again, you're able to edit and change the material out if needed. So I think Curipod is a super helpful AI tool, and I would love to use it in my future classroom.